Instagram just completely cut my reach on an account that was just starting to blow up, but doing something that pretty much every user on the platform is doing. So today I'm going to explain to you what happened, why I think it happened, and hopefully help you avoid making the same mistake. So last month I started a brand new account because I wanted to create a series documenting the process of building a brand new page from 0 to 10,000 followers as fast as possible. Now, the first 3 videos that I posted got pretty average views. I think the first one was about 1,400, and then 300, and then 2,200 views. So nothing out of the ordinary. But what happened next is what surprised me. The 4th video that we posted just took off. It's now sitting at over 115,000 views. The 5th video got even more views. It's now sitting at over 160,000 views. And then the 6th video broke the 200,000 views mark and is currently on over 230,000 views, all within the first week of opening this account. Now, the page was doing so well that I decided I'd follow my own advice from many of my previous videos and create an email newsletter to see if I could build something off the back of this rapid growth, and then include that within the video that I was then going to create talking about building the page. So what I did is I went and created a simple newsletter using the tool Beehive, which is free to set up, and I added this link into my bio. And that's where everything went wrong. Literally down to the second that I added a link into my Instagram bio, everything went to 0. Those 3 videos that I previously mentioned were taking off were at the time getting tens of thousands of views per day collectively, and like 100 or so new followers a day. They all stopped getting views. They all stopped getting new followers. It literally went down to like a couple of views per hour coming in. Now, the video that I just posted roughly an hour before I added the link, which was sitting at roughly 850 views, also completely stopped. And any new videos that I posted on the account will get stuck at 100 to 200 views at the absolute most. And those views were mostly coming from existing followers. And then, as I sort of touched on, follower growth went from 60 to sort of 100 followers per day, down to 0 new followers for 9 days straight. Now, there was no issue with the content. There were no flags in the account status section of Instagram, and there was no notice from Instagram to say that anything was wrong. And so it took me a day or two to realize that it must be because of the link. So I took it out, and still nothing improved with the reach, even when I posted new content. Now, before I dive into how I do things differently in future to avoid this, do I think Instagram are purposely shadow banning anyone who uses a link in their bio? Well, no. As much as we're all aware that Instagram, or any social platform for that matter, don't like users being sent off their platform, it would be ridiculous for Instagram to outright ruin the reach of every person who is using a link just to try and stop this. On top of that, as a bit of proof, there are hundreds of thousands, if not millions of accounts out there reaching millions of people per month who have a link in their bio. So I don't believe this is the case, just black and white like that. What I do, however, suspect is that Instagram are very suspicious of any new pages adding potentially spammy or scammy links that could cause harm on the platform, as people that are set up to try and scam people could create new accounts, add links, try and get a ton of reach and scam people, and if they get shut down, they just open up a new account and do the same thing over and over. And so I'm guessing that when a new page on Instagram adds a link into their bio, they limit the reach for a period of time. Maybe they even go as far as manually reviewing the link itself. Because what I noticed is 9 days after this drop in reach, and roughly 7 days after removing the link from my bio, everything started coming back just out of nowhere. My old videos started getting reach again, new followers started coming in randomly, and that first day back, I gained 172 new followers, even without posting content. Although then when I did start posting content the day after that, I posted a couple great videos and gained 450 new followers. And the page has been growing steadily ever since. Now, just to test this theory out, yesterday I added the same link that I used back then back into my bio to see if the same thing would happen again, or if now that my page had been potentially approved or shown to be safe to use a link in my bio without it hurting my reach. And so far I have seen no negatives. The page is still getting views and growth and reach, etc., despite the link being there. So my conclusion from all of this is it seems that there is something in the algorithm that a new page adding a link into their bio causes reach to be cut for roughly a week to 10 days. In hindsight, I'd have avoided ever adding a link to the bio until the page had been around for a bit longer, instead opting to use something like ManyChat to create a simple automation so that when someone commented a keyword on my reel or story, they'd be sent a DM with the link. Now this way I could not only avoid the drop in reach, but encourage more engagement on my content, which would lead to even more reach on the account, hopefully. Even on accounts where we have a link in bio, I still swear by this tool and use it in all my marketing for myself and clients. All in all, be very careful adding a link to your bio early days. I don't know how long you have to wait to avoid this drop in reach, but if I were doing this again, I would wait a minimum of 30 days, maybe even 60 days to hope that you can build up enough trust in the algorithm to the point where this doesn't happen. Or maybe there's no way to avoid it. And whether you wait a week or a year, when you first add a link, you might just have to experience a drop in reach. But it's also good to know for anyone out there who has seen a drop in reach recently after potentially doing this, that it will come back. It took me roughly 7 days for this to turn around after I removed the link. And roughly 9 days after first adding it. Now finally, if anyone from Instagram sees this video, understands what went down on a more detailed side of things, and wants to shed some light on it, I'd love to have a chat and share it on YouTube so people can get some more clarity. Because Instagram have never really publicly admitted anything like this. As much as Adam Mazzeri makes a ton of content on his Instagram, which is really helpful, I don't think I've ever seen him touch on this. Anyway, that's it from me. See you in the next video.